Hey, Lee and John, thanks for taking a moment to do a video testimonial for us for other patients. You're at the conclusion of several months of working on your health, Leah, and John has been supporting you through this process. What brought you to us in the first place?
So, I grew up always thinking that if I eat healthy and I go to the gym, I'm okay. And that wasn't the case. When I first came in, I had seen my primary doctor. I had visited a GI intestine specialist, and we talked about kind of my gut health. They recommended everything I was doing. So they recommended I work out more, cut out gluten and dairy, which is something that I've already adopted in my diet. It didn't matter if I was eating something as simple as a grape, it would make my stomach hurt. And that's where I knew that there had to be something more than my primary could tell me. So I went on Yelp and I found Dr. Hoyt, and I've been working with him for a few months now, and I can say that everything definitely has changed with my gut, to even managing my stress. It's definitely helped with having even our relationship has gotten better when it comes to just having communication and just cooking together.
Yeah, you talked a lot about that. So let's hit on that in a minute. I want to just take you back to what were some of the findings in your test that we um,
Right.
found that led us to success.
So even as a child, and even currently now, I'm always getting sick. And I was taking a lot of penicillin, and I had no idea that the effects that penicillin could have. So my GI, the big thing that stood out to me is I have a Candida overgrowth, which is a yeast overgrowth in my gut. It doesn't sound as bad as it actually is. So now, even after taking supplements and just having these conversations with Dr. Hoyt on what that looks like to get my gut health back on track, has definitely made an impact on my everyday living.
What do you think, John? What's the biggest thing that you've seen with her?
I think the biggest thing was there's like no more outbursts. When we first started this journey, there would be like the smallest thing be a big blow up, and the reaction didn't seem suitable for what it was. Whereas now she's like, "Hey, can you do this with me? Can you help me with this?" There's more communication, and I think because she's not as irritated in the stomach, she's able to think about what she wants.
The hanger's gone. The
Yes,
hanger.
and she
Yeah.
can eat it into regular intervals. So she's like, "Hey, I'm feeling like this. I'm getting hungry. Okay, let's go get you something to eat, or here's a snack." So
Yeah.
she's able to communicate that more effectively.
And so, calm. You're feeling more calm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that, I do want to touch on that. Just my diet. Like I said, I thought just because I was gluten free, and I didn't do dairy, we wouldn't eat out, that I was healthy. And then just making the minor adjustments of switching my oils or switching my brands, definitely has made a big impact. Where I am a firm believer now that everything stems from your gut. So even like you mentioned, some of my moods, it definitely was like I was feeling uncomfortable. I was bloated. I was tired, and frankly, it was because I couldn't eat. Like, I couldn't eat normally without feeling sick. Where now I can eat snacks that just feel good, and food feels good. Where it's not so much of a I have to eat because I need the energy, and I know I'm gonna feel terrible after. Where now it's enjoyable. And that's one of the things that we bonded as a couple, is being able to cook all these new recipes that fit within the parameters that Dr. Hoyt had given us. And it just exposed me to more foods that I didn't even know I liked.
Awesome. You guys really went after it with the cooking. What about those that don't cook? Did we
That's
did we provide a path for that too?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So, even like, I mean, we grew up in a culture where everything's celebrated on food. And, when we talked to Dr. Hoyt, like, we like to go out to eat. And then Dr. Hoyt was super awesome with, creating just regimens with restaurants that are in the local area. And even when he gave us those restaurants, we tried to mirror, like, you can find a salad anywhere, but there's also two like amazing places in the area that provide paleo options. which is super awesome, and also got us out of the house and not just, cooking those meals, but also experiencing them out of the household.
Very good. Well, we also, you may not remember this, but your GI map test showed us that you had a lot of strep, and there was one other Enterobacter fecalis, which was super high quantity. So along with that Candida, when you use the antimicrobials, we were able to eliminate those. And so, yeah, you're scoring. We did a metabolic assessment when you first started, and your score was 120, and now today it's reduced all the way down to a 20. So we're really pleased with those results. You guys have done great. Congratulations.
Thank you.